What if I told you there is a stage of consciousness where you don't pray for miracles, you become the miracle? A stage where you don't ask life for answers, life begins speaking through you. Have you ever known something before it happened? Not guessed, not hoped, just knew. If yes, you may already be touching stage 6. Welcome back to Vortex of Verity. We have traveled far together. We saw how the brain creates a god of survival, then a god of power, then a god who helps us manifest our desires, but now we move beyond getting what we want. Deepak Chopra calls this stage 6, the god of the prophet. This is the stage where the soul moves beyond personal gain. We enter what he calls the visionary response. This is no longer about success. It is no longer about manifestation. It is about alignment. In this stage, you stop trying to change the world, and you begin seeing the world as it truly is, a divine play of light and consciousness. You are no longer just a creator. You become a messenger for the infinite. And something extraordinary begins happening inside your body. Chopra explains that while the earlier stages were linked to the lower and middle brain, stage 6 involves complete integration of the nervous system. Your brain begins producing high-frequency gamma waves. These are the waves associated with eureka moments, sudden clarity, deep knowing. In stage 6, you don't think about truth. You perceive it directly. Your brain becomes a portal for universal intelligence. Prophets and great saints are not magical beings. According to Chopra, they simply have a nervous system tuned into a higher frequency of reality than the average person. So who is the God of the prophet? He is the God of revelation, omniscient, all-knowing, past, present, and future. In stage 6, you begin tapping into this universal mind. This presence is transformative. It doesn't just make you feel peaceful or inspired, it changes you at the deepest level, even at the level of DNA. Miracles are no longer random acts of good luck. They are direct reorganizations of reality. God is no longer experienced as something outside of you. It becomes a clear, unmistakable inner knowing that guides every step you take. In stage 6, you realize that you and the divine are not two separate things. You are like a wave suddenly realizing it is the ocean. Prayer is no longer a request. It becomes a command of will. You speak truth, and the world rearranges itself to match your words. This is the miracle of stage 6, the miracle of grace. In stage 5, we worked hard. We focused. We visualized. We disciplined ourselves to manifest goals. But in stage 6, you don't work. Things happen because you are in total alignment with the divine. You may have a vision of the future that comes true. You may heal someone simply through presence. You may speak words that shift the direction of a life. But even this stage has a horizon. The limit of stage 6 is sacrifice. The ego is almost gone, but there is still a subtle whisper that says, I am the prophet. To reach the final stage, even that identity must dissolve. You must move from being a messenger of God to simply being. Are you starting to see the unseen? Do you sometimes feel that the physical world is only a thin veil? Have you ever had a vision or a gut feeling that turned out to be 100% correct? If so, you are touching the hem of the prophet's robe. The journey, however, is almost complete. In our next and final video of this series, we will explore stage 7, the God of pure being. This is the end of the road, where the seeker and the sought become one. Before you leave, take a quiet moment to read the description below. I've shared the key insights and simple ways you can practice this in your own life. And in the comments, tell me, have you ever had a moment of pure knowing that later proved true? Subscribe so you don't miss the final stage, the moment we dissolve into the infinite. This is Vortex of Verity, and the journey is almost complete.